You gave me like at least 3. Oh, okay. Okay. So the other one. Okay. The other one I knew for sure was veggies. So okay. So that makes sense. You're reclassing that one out. Yeah. Well, veggies is gonna get screwed. Right. Okay. My second question is, so Sydney thought that one had a due date or
Yeah, buddy.
July 28th, either June or July 28th. And so I don't know if AR policy is the same or is it 180 days? But either way, yeah, 180 days from June or July, we'll put it about like January. Right. Yeah. Is that the one that you were classing to veggies, right? Yeah, so my question is, so the 105, shouldn't it have been reserved for before March, like in January? So Sydney's... Okay, so, okay. Okay, so you might have reserved for it you might have reserved for it in December. Right, that would mean then that 100,000 shouldn't get, then veggies wouldn't have gotten a hit for the full 100,000, right?
What the?
Yes. So I think you had told me, so if I look at, what was the account? What was the email? You gave me an account number where you posted that debt entry, right? So if I were to look at, and then what profit center does that go to? Okay, so veggies, right? So if we wrote it off, then you would have adjusted the bad debt for that, plus or minus whatever else you're going to add. But in theory, because that's a big one for veggies, it shouldn't have any effect to veggies, right? Because it should have already been reserved for. And then the right. So right. So since I don't know the policy, is the policy after 180 days, is it reserved at 100% or a portion percent? 100%? Okay. So yeah, so then in March, last month, it should have like netted to 0. Or wait. But actually, since we're... Yeah, so I guess, in theory, I should see a big in March, and I should see the debit when you do the entry. Right, you're about to do the entry, so I'll see the bad guy now in April. And I should have a credit under that account 630000 in March, right? So if I don't, then I'm coming back. Yeah. Okay. So I'll table that for now because I need to research that. So that's that one. The second one is okay. I'm gonna share my screen. So this comment thing is. Oh, my second question is on the TRSA. So should we just do a reclass, and who's going to do that reclass? So I get your point. It went to a common account 6810. Whoever that OGS guy, or I don't recognize the person who did that entry for March or April. I mean. Okay. So all we have to do is do it. Well, it didn't look like it was it looked like a journal entry, not a accounts payable entry. I think it's still coming up. Anyway, so I'm thinking all we have to do is do a reclass, but who should I have do a reclass? February? Okay, so I'll just have to finish it. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so okay. I mean, it's not a big deal, right? It's just a journal entry. Yep, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Okay. Yep. Right. Right. Okay. So last question. So this is a common. How do I properly track down the common entry? So I am looking for like these two entries, this 30 and 10, right? And so you can see this whole thing nets to 0. You had all of the, not you, but all the debits came through, and then it got pushed out, right? It got common allocated out, so that discount. So I'm almost guessing that the majority, all this stuff equals 40,000. I'm trying to track down this 30 and this 10. And so, yeah. So which is confusing me, because then that's meaning you would expect a credit in here then, right? And then this is a debit moving it back out in the common allocation, right? Or I'm not quite following. I think it was you, because it was part, like you said, it was part of the common allocation. Yeah, so part of the common allocation, right? And, oh, the top half? Yeah, and then we're one. Yeah. So I get that, but I can't find the first entry. Usually all I have to do is put in the GL account, put in like 6810 or something like that, go to the debit, and that would tell me how it got there in the first place, right? So essentially it would be, are we saying it would be like one of these? Yeah. So all these are the common clearing entries, right? So somehow, yeah, in essence 0. The dollar amounts is what's throwing me off, right? Like obviously in a perfect world, for every debit there was a credit, that would be easy, right? But but because it is debit, right? I know what these are. These are like drum scrap stuff, and then so somehow it was put to 6810. So somewhere in these credits is crediting it out and moving it accordingly in the common allocation. So I get that, but I don't. But that's a debit. That's what's throwing me off. That means I would expect to see like a credit, something like that. Maybe, but then I'm kind of thinking like, should these two offset each other? Like, that's where I'm thinking a little bit help. I don't know how it's working, I guess. Okay, so maybe I need to look at